Okay, hello everybody. We're going to do a illustration software training with the North American Life Insurance Company. We're going to use a certain type of product by the name of the Builder IUL. This is mostly for people that are younger or at least people that want to get cash value or some sort of income down the road. So the situation that we're dealing with today is we've got a 33-year-old teacher with 9 years of service, and what we're going to do is run the illustration. So when you're logged in, the first thing you want to do is click on the Life tab. Then you can go over to Illustrations. Now below, if you want to download the desktop version, you can do it in this area. If you don't, you can do it web-based anywhere. So we're going to start a new case, and this case is going to be for Jane Doe, and she is 32. Okay, we're going to state the state of Texas, and let's do Index Universal Life. So now, as you can see, there's several products. For the cash value accumulation, we're going to use Builder. And once you're in this section, what you're going to do is always start with standard non-tobacco. You don't want to overpromise that they're going to get a preferred rate. And so that's really all you need to do at this point, okay? All the way down to the solves. Now, as I said before, we're going to be solving for the highest cash value payout. So what you want to do is hit multiple, which means death benefit, premium, and distribution. Now over here, it auto-populates to minimum death benefit, maximum distribution. You don't need to switch anything on this screen, so you just leave it at that. You keep going down, and that's all you really need to do in any of these sections. You leave everything as is, except for when you get down to the distribution. Distribution, this is when they can start drawing income off the cash value. You can show it without income, which you would just leave everything as is. If you want to show an income, which for most of our clients that are looking to supplement a retirement income, that's what we're going to choose. And so this particular person wants to draw income at age 62. That's when they're going to be eligible to retire. And we run it to age 99. You always want to draw it out as a monthly payment, which is what most people are used to living on. Okay, and so then you go all the way down, you don't do anything here. Now you go to premium. The payment mode most of the time is going to be monthly, although people can pay in annually or any of the above. Specified amount, which means we're going to tell the system how much we're going to put in per month for this particular person. Okay? Then they want to stop paying at age 62, because at that point they want to start drawing an income out and start drawing, a lifetime income off of this. You can switch the illustrated rates. My recommendation is the older the client, the less value, time that has to accumulate. I would reduce down the rate to be more realistic. This person having 30 years, leaving it at the 7% average should be okay. Now the first go round, you want to hit View Agent Only Illustration. So as you can see here, $3,000 a year, age 32. You see over here the first year account value, $2,000. Death benefit, $328. This right here is the assumed 7% that we told the system to run, and it keeps going down all the way to age 62. So they've put in $90,000. And you go all the way to the right column, they've got $236,000 account value, and they can draw a lifetime income under the distribution amount starting at age 62 of $25,176 per year. Now, if you want to run the full illustration, you can view full illustration. The one we originally viewed was the agent only. It just gives you the quick snapshot view. This one is the one that you would want to save for the client file and be able to show them all of this. Okay, so you go all the way down and it's got multiple pages, 32 to be exact. You can show different things like the index crediting options, the average returns. You can show the illustration that we saw previously, which is the same exact illustration, and as you can see, the 25,176. It even has a section that they sign right here. And if you want to get into the costs of the insurances and so forth, you can go all the way down. Okay. Now I'm going to show you one more thing. We saw that the minimum death benefit maximum cash value was $328,000. You can always increase the death benefit by changing to distribution only. And you see where it says the 328? We can raise that death benefit a little bit to give them more of an even number and keep everything else the same. You have to go back and change the year of distribution, again to age 62, last to 99, monthly, and everything else stays the same. So let's see if this works. So as you can see, we increased the death benefit to $350,000, which is it gives them more living benefits, more life insurance, and it barely affects the distribution at all. Instead of 25,000 something, it's 24,624. It's a nice whole number. It gives them more coverage and more living benefits. With that said, that's pretty much how you run the generic illustration. And you can then do the view illustration by clicking you can go next. If you want to go into doing the actual application, you can add different riders, such as the waiver of monthly deductions rider. That's one I'd always recommend adding because it's going to allow them to stop paying premiums in if they get sick. Whereas if they don't have this on there, it's a very small cost. If they don't have this on there, they have to continue paying in, even if they can take money out on the living benefits side without that rider attached. And then you can just add different things in here, like the changing needs report. That's always a good one. That shows them what living benefits they will get at certain ages. And lastly, you can view the illustration again by clicking there. Now lastly, if you want to take the application right on the spot based on the inputs, you can basically take the application just by continuing to go through and clicking application and going all the way through the electronic application process. So that said, that's how you run a generic illustration. You can do all sorts of different things, but overall it's pretty straightforward. Thank you.